Hello, I'm Rob Constantine, and this is Paranormal Record. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Paranormal Record. I'm your host, Rob Constantine. If you have had a paranormal experience and you would like to be interviewed as a guest on the show, please write in to paranormalrecordpodcst at gmail.com. If you would like a sticker, we have several stickers available. All you have to do is send me your mailing address, email me your mailing address, and I will send you a sticker. Email at paranormalrecordpodcst at gmail.com. This is April Schwartz, Part 2. You're not a prophet. Go to your room. And if you remember at the end of the last episode, April Schwartz Part 1, she was talking about losing her grandmother and how that affected her life and how sad she was about it. So that's where we kind of pick the story back up for Part 2 of April Schwartz. Here we go.
When we came back, I had a really hard time with her death.
Yeah.
That was like, one of those chapters in your life where, you can know where, something really affected you.
You're close to your grandma.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. And so, that was a very hard thing. So then here we go talking about my precognition, and this actually comes full circle. And I'll go ahead and give you the whole story.
But obviously your mom did not see that Indian chief, though, I must say.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if your grandfather saw him.
I might be, well, you know what? I'll ask my dad.
Okay.
I'll ask my dad and see what he says. I'll ask him.
He did say I saw him too.
He said, yeah,
he said he saw him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just processing the information you're giving me. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just processing that last one.
No. I keep, you know what? I keep on forgetting that. Oh yeah, I'm just telling the story so flippantly that,
No,
other people are like, what stops? Wait.
No.
What?
Your story and storytelling is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do not stress. I am just I was just processing, and then I was like, oh, we're still here. You're right here. I'm going to ask you one more question or a few more questions while we're still here. And I'm just kind of like, how did nobody saw that? And then you just didn't say anything. And it's like, what? All right. Because I would have been in trouble. I would have gone right up to that and then been like, this is what is this? what is this in the corner? And then even if they shussed me, I'd have been like, yeah, but like, could you tell me about
you've
that?
Seen them, right?
What's happening? Like, and then they're like, there's nothing in that corner. What are you talking about? The books? What are you talking about? The lamp? I'm like, no, what's standing in front of the books and the lamp? And then they'd have been like, what are you talking about?
There's nobody there.
In front of, right? And then you could have had that conversation. I wish you'd said something.
Me too.
I wish you had said something, but
me too. But
them to really understand what you were sensitive to, that you're not making this up at 12 years old. Like, you're a good girl. You're not making stuff up. You behaved yourself. You certainly didn't want to see the devil. So
nope, because my mom could conjure the devil. Yeah.
Respectful of your grandmother and what's going on. But tell me more about the Native American statue in the corner, please, because that's really cool. Do you guys have more of these statues? What's going on with this? What's up with that headdress? I would have had so many questions. I really wish. I would have been like, are we Native American? Is grandma Native American? Does that mean I'm Native American?
She was.
I would have had some questions. I would have been like, what's up?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
Yeah, she was. I have to show you a picture of my dad. You'll be able to see he's got red skin and everything, and so
This is your heritage. So that's That's
Yes.
even more. I would have been like,
Yes.
oh man, is this symbol? This is our tribe? This is a proper I would have had so many questions. I would
I
have had
do now.
questions. I would have
I
had a
do
whole
now.
sheet of questions. Anyway, okay, cool.
Because I'm trying to retrace my grandmother's tribe.
Oh, neat. That's so cool.
So, through all this, I'm asking all these questions now, and
I wonder if other people in the city that she lived in or in the town that she lived in, did she live on a reservation?
did she live on a
Yeah,
reservation?
yeah.
Yes, she did.
So
Yes,
you were on
yes,
a
and then she
reservation
moved.
when you were seeing this?
No,
No.
no, 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 no. She moved out of the
Okay.
reservation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. But I wonder if that is. I just wonder who else saw that apparition and then just
I would
say
like to
anything.
know,
Because if I was an adult, I would have asked the kids. I'd have been like, "Hey, do you see that over there in the corner?" I would have asked, especially
I
if
should
I saw you react to
do
it.
that.
I don't know. I'm just going through scenarios in my head, and I can't believe nobody said anything. But
No, but except for
I
my
believe
dad,
you. I believe you. But I'm just saying how
it's hard to
unfortunate that no one
believe.
said anything. Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
hard to believe, and those that side of the family, I'm telling you,
Right.
will keep their stories they will take them to the grave. It is so frustrating. It's like
Yeah.
pulling teeth, except now my dad's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Holy
Yes,
moly. All
I know
right.
what you're talking about.
Uh, Dad. Ugh. All right.
Thanks,
So
Dad. Thanks.
yeah, thanks for letting me just go all through this on my
Yeah,
own. At
yeah,
least we could have talked about it together, and you could have
exactly.
told me I
I
wasn't
should,
losing my mind.
right, because at this point,
And not
I'm
made
just
me
like,
sleep in the basement with the ghost. Jeez, Dad. I would like to sleep in the unhaunted part of the house, please.
please.
Unhaunted part. And I'm not using the bathroom that everyone else is using. I will shower and use the bathroom that everyone else is using. I will walk upstairs to do it. Uh, hear me now, parents.
It even got worse
Sleep study. Why
after.
is she having problems sleeping? Oh, because it's haunted. Basement's haunted.
And then I watched Psycho for the first time too, and there was no way in hell. I mean, it took me a really long time to take
I
showers.
can't believe Vince Vaughn was in that. How old is that film? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, no, I'm
I've
sure
seen that.
I'm definitely
I have
showing my
seen.
age.
I did go through a period where I watched all of the Hitchcock and had a great time. Um, Psycho's terrifying.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
And it's terrifying. I would imagine it's even more terrifying for women because the predators are
Because
out
you're the
there
most
and they'll
vulnerable.
just be
Oh,
like, yeah, and then it's like, what could I even do? Like, how can I even protect myself? I mean, dudes don't have much protection either. You
yeah,
know,
no, it's true.
what are we gonna do either? But girls just like by themselves at a hotel room out of
Right.
state, and then they get attacked. Like that is what? And by the owner of the hotel that has the key.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
that's
Oh, no.
terrifying.
Oh,
Yeah, that's terrifying.
no.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm not,
that whole setup is just like, wait, what? Um, yeah,
yeah, no,
vacancy. Jesus.
yeah.
Um, so okay, so your grandma passes away. You had a hard time dealing
Mm-hmm.
with her passing, and rest in
Mm-hmm.
peace, your grand, by the way. And
Yes,
so
thank
sorry
you.
she's gone. And
Yeah, me too.
it's always good to talk about people. So we're talking about her, so we can talk
She
about
was
her.
great. She was
Yeah,
magnificent. She was just
fantastic.
the best.
Yeah,
Yeah, she lost her too soon, but
yeah.
no.
I'm glad you did get to know her. I'm glad you
Yes,
did
me
get to
too.
spend some time with her. Um,
Absolutely.
you know. So okay, so then that's now where are you living now and what's going on at
Okay, I'm
this
still in
point?
Colorado.
Okay.
Okay. And my mother, the religious aspect kicks up full speed.
Because
Just
her mother's
climbing
gone and she's also going through it.
climbing that stairway to heaven,
Mm.
we're just moving right along.
Your mom puts it into fifth gear with the religion.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell the story. and I'm just gonna have it come full circle. Just I saw, I don't know how, I cannot remember how or when or why, or if it was in a dream, but I saw an earthquake, a big, huge earthquake. And I saw a bridge fall. And it felt so real. I don't.
Oh, you had a vision?
Yeah, let's just call it a dream.
You had a vision?
I don't want to call it a vision. I call it a vision at the time.
Were you sleeping?
But I don't think I was.
Were you watching? What were you doing?
I want to say I was, if I can remember this correctly, I want to say I was just standing in the kitchen, and then this just kind of like flash of this happening. And at this point in time,
I mean, that's not how the brain works. So you would definitely notice something if it just all of a sudden happened. Like, that's not how memories work or thoughts work. So that's something just kind of broke into your signal and was like, this.
Yes.
Right?
And
yeah.
And so I had a friend who was going to California.
Okay.
And so I thought that maybe it might be a warning.
Sure.
So I told her about it, and then her dad called me and said, well, I want to know more about this. And I said, sure, this is what I saw. And he said, do you know whereabouts? And I was just like, no, it said, I think it might be it might be California. It looks like California. Yeah. I can't tell you what bridge. I mean, I can't, I don't know, but my mom never hung up the phone. So when I got off the phone, she was just like, what do you think you are? Some type of prophet? Only prophets can see stuff like that. You're just telling stories.
No, I'm just kidding. Wait, so let me I understand. So you're 13, 14 now? 15?
No. I was 13. Yes, 13. I was 13.
You said, call my friend that's going to California. I have to talk to her. And you're doing all this in front of your mom. And you told I
wanted to hide.
The dad called, and then you were on the phone.
Yes.
And then your mom was there the whole time you were talking to the dad.
No, she
picked up. Why did your mom hang up the phone while you were?
I don't know why my mom.
She picked up the other line and was listening.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand now. Okay, got it.
Okay, so
So she says, "Why are you a prophet now? You can't say things. You can't have premonitions. Who do you think you are?" Okay, Jesus. What else does she say?
You need to get baptized.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
You've been baptized. You had a christening, probably.
You need to get baptized. You need to get rebaptized.
Rebaptized?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so the dad took what you said seriously, though?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, she told her dad what you said, and then he was like, tell me what you told. Goodness gracious. Okay. So, all right, so your mom's like, you got to go to church. You got to get rebaptized. Okay.
So I got off the phone with her just, right before I we got on, and I was just like, you need to apologize, to me for something. So I told her the story. She was just like, and she said, you were saying such crazy things that were actually happening. People were starting to think you were crazy. So I'm sitting here.
Not if she's right.
So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yeah, and in 1692, I totally would have been burned. I would have been burned at the stake. Yeah. Okay, so that's all right. Okay. She's like, you just say things, and it would happen, and it was just creeping people out, and I was like, well, thanks.
But if I don't say something, if there are warnings, what am I supposed to do with this information, Mom?
Right.
Oh my God. Okay, so they didn't go to California, obviously.
No, they did go to
They
California.
did go to California. They stayed away
They
from
did go.
bridges.
I don't know. I don't
Bridges are
know.
right out. We're gonna not go across any bridges this trip. Oh my
Or
God.
go
Oh my God.
under
Oh my
any
God. Oh my
bridges
God.
or anything like that. I don't know.
But they
I
went
don't.
anyway.
They did go.
Did anything happen? Did an earthquake occur?
No, not that year.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, but you didn't see them specifically in the vision. You just saw some shit.
I saw what I saw was very clear. It was, and
Have you
this
ever
thing
seen
was huge. And
have you ever seen any photographs that look like the area in what you saw?
oh, I know
Have you
exactly.
ever researched? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I know exactly what happened.
keep telling me. Yes.
Okay,
So your mom says we got to go get baptized.
yes.
Then okay, so then what happens?
So then I conform,
You were already
and
religious. You were going to church with them every Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah, and Sunday,
And Wednesday night.
and
I don't know.
sometimes Fridays. Yeah.
This is Catholicism. What is this?
Now, I really don't. I don't. Gosh, I don't want to say what the religion.
It's all right.
It's a
It's
sect
all
of
right.
religion.
Okay.
It's
All right. Your
um
mom's very religious. It's fine. Like your folks are very
um.
religious. Yeah. Yeah. So your mom's like, let's go to church. We're gonna rebaptize you, and then that you did all that.
Mhm.
And did you tell
But
the
then
preacher? Did you tell the church what you saw? I bet your
no,
mom
because
didn't.
my mom told me I needed to shut my mouth, and I think my mom was like, I think my daughter might be possessed. So
Oh
I'm
my
pretty sure
God.
everybody was waiting to see if the holy water was going to start boiling. I was even waiting to
Good
see if
Lord.
the holy water was going to start
Oh
boiling.
my God. All right.
I
This is
I was
The
waiting
Exorcist had
for it.
come out within 10 years of this, by the way. And the
Yeah, I
world
was waiting
was
for it.
aghast.
Yeah. Again with the satanic panic
Yes,
and the
yes.
doomsday and the
I'm
whole,
glad they
yeah.
didn't burn you at the stake. I'm really glad that they don't do
Gosh,
that anymore.
oh, I know. But
Holy
I would
moly.
totally
Or
burn at the
commit
stake
you or
too. Yeah.
whatever else nonsense, crazy.
I'm pretty
Good
sure
Lord.
the being committed might have come up a couple of times or two, psychosomatic,
You
like
just stop telling people. You just stop telling people.
I did. I absolutely did. So if I would see anything, hear anything, know anything, I kept my mouth shut.
Holy moly.
I completely kept my mouth shut.
I don't know if I would have gone to California after like some kid was like, yo.
Well, I did. I went to California
No,
and
but I don't know if because you said, look, I don't know. That guy
okay,
took
so
you seriously long enough to have a conversation, but he
he
went
did.
anyway.
He did. He believed me.
He went anyway. Just stayed away from bridges.
And so okay, so
Yeah.
let's fast forward about from that time. Let's fast forward. I was in my
Now,
early
no, hang,
20s.
can I
Okay,
ask you about your
sure,
experiences in church and during church and anything? Did
sure,
anything
absolutely.
supernatural ever happen to you while you were at church, under the protection of being at church or in the house of the Lord or any of those things? Did the same feelings you were having happen there too, or did they dull or dim when you walked through those doors, or any of those kind of things? Or
Oh,
did anything paranormal happen at church and then you had to just absolutely no Indian chief was at church, right? Like, oh, thank God.
no,
Oh my God.
no. Okay, so
But it
okay,
certainly didn't wane or get thinner
no,
or
it got worse
yeah. Just saying.
because there was such a plethora of people that had all these different emotions, and here I
About
was.
what you had to say.
Well, no, I mean, n yes and no, because only like a couple of people like knew. But I'm talking
Okay.
about like the congregation as a whole.
Okay.
Um, there that I felt things very, very deeply.
Right, because you're sensitive to good and bad people, and imagine an entire congregation of people,
It
or
was
just a crowd, just
overwhelming.
any crowd.
It's very overwhelming.
Especially if you're not allowed to identify this ability and you're not allowed
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
explore or anything, you're just not supposed to have these feelings, not supposed to be this thing. You're not a prophet, so you're not allowed to have these feelings.
Hmm. Exactly.
Ah, my, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's
So
so scary. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad you're a spooky kid, or you became a spooky kid. later,
Me
and
too.
now you're just like,
Me too.
I'm a spooky bitch.
I own
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I own
Yeah, no,
it.
good, good. Hell yeah.
I'm all
Yay,
about it. I'm
spooky.
all about
Yay,
it.
spooky kids. Yay, spooky adults. No, absolutely. I'm so glad. This is just like not still like that didn't happen. You saw a full apparition of a Native American just standing around in your grandmother's living room. That is some serious paranormal activity.
You're like
Like,
talking about
like,
it, and I'm just like,
like
yeah,
that's
I guess so.
seriously like you thought it was like a wax figure. It was a weird statue.
I
It
thought it
wasn't
was a
even
wooden
wooden. It was
statue.
just like, what is happening? That's a weird material because it's a ghost just standing there being like,
Yep,
this is how I roll.
yep.
I'm a statue ghost. I'm a statue apparition. I know you've never read about that and experienced this kind of phenomenon, but that's how I roll. Except when on Sundays I get a little sleepy time. Dadgum, they caught me on that couch one time. Dadgummit. Never again. I had to dissipate so fast. I was like, oh, poof. I had to dissipate so fast it hurt. They caught me lying down. Look, no one was around. I got tired of standing around when there was nobody home. I didn't even hear him come in. I must have dozed off.
I had a
He's like
charge
watching Wheel of Fortune, and the TV's on when you come in. He's like, oh shit, and he turns it off, and he's like, oh, I'm standing here. Oh my god.
I wish stuff like that
Just
happened.
watching
Oh my
daytime
God.
television. He loves Maury. He's like, oh my god, Maury's my jam. He
Yeah.
loves Oprah. He's like, more Oprah, 4 to 6 or whatever, 4 to 5. That's my jam. When no one's home, I get to sit on the couch. Yes.
I think his
All the
favorite
Pop-Tarts are gone. All the Pop-Tarts in the pantry keep missing.
Yeah.
He eats all the snack food. He's watching daytime stuff.
Yeah, our tortillas are gone. Our chanclas, are moved somewhere else.
Ate all the flautas.
Yeah,
Oh my
yes.
god.
He loved him some
Dude.
tacos. He might have gained a little weight while he was at my grandmother's house because she was a hell of a cook. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude. He's like cooking up stuff in the kitchen. You're like, what? Who made this?
And he's like the frijoles.
What is this? Yeah, what is happening? Who took all the
arroz con pollo, the whole 9 yards. Woo! Grandma's cooking in the kitchen again.
All right. So okay, so then you just shut down. You don't talk about it anymore. You don't tell anybody anymore.
No.
And your mom leaves you alone after a while, or she says, okay, you're saved and you're secure in the church. You talk to the guy, talk to the church, and she's okay now. She's not gonna think she's a prophet anymore or whatever. Like.
So then, I rebelled. I really rebelled, and I was like, I don't want to go to. Okay, so what I forgot to tell you is I was going to a church school, the church school for the religious sect that I was in. I was going to church school. I don't want to go anymore. I was tired of wearing long skirts. I didn't want to have my hair a certain way. I wanted to listen to Madonna. I was done. I wanted to listen to Def Leppard and Skid Row and all and Metallica and all that. Sure. I mean, I just wanted it all. And I was like, I'm not going.
I think I got my first Violent Femmes album like 7th or 8th grade, and then I was like, oh, this is awesome.
And
they say bad words.
Yeah, this is so great.
This is Beastie Boys too, like the first Beastie Boys album.
Oh my god,
that's like 8th or 9th grade. Like that was awesome.
Oh yes.
Sebastian Bach, like Skid Row, like that first album was awesome. Like holy.
Yes.
Changed everything. I was like, this is
Poison
awesome.
and all. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
Oh yeah, Bon Jovi.
Oh, yes. I'm all. Oh yeah. I'm all about it. All about it. So let me fast forward about the vision.
Okay.
In 1993, I think it was, 8 point something hit San Francisco.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
So I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and we were just talking back and forth, and she was just like, you know why I never drive under bridges? And I was like, no. And she was just like, do you remember the bridge that collapsed? And I was like, oh, yes. And she's like, I was under that. And I was like,
So you saw it?
shut up.
You saw it.
Yep. It just
She
wasn't for.
eventually lived in California and was there during that earthquake.
Hmm.
She lived.
She did. She lived.
So what the heck? Your vision didn't even like do anything. Like it didn't even,
You
you
know
didn't
what?
even get to, like, it didn't, and it not what the heck, but
No,
just
no,
like,
no.
what
No,
was the
that's fair.
purpose of that? If,
I
I mean,
asked my,
obviously it was absolutely traumatic for her and she probably thought she was going to die. And
yeah.
so somehow that future event like echoed into the past and rang your bell somehow. And you
Hmm.
saw it because you guys were close. This was one of your buddies, good
Yeah,
friend of
this is,
yours.
yeah, this is one of my best friends. You know,
Yeah.
we had just,
I
I
don't know
had
how
had,
I don't know how that stuff works. That's
I don't know. I don't,
we don't know how that stuff works. I'm
I,
fascinated. Wow.
I can't even tell you how many things and there's been things that have happened that I have sensed, or I have the precognition. Sometimes it comes in really big and handy. Like, okay, so the one of my neat tricks
Huh.
is I know when a cop is ahead. And so if
What?
I'm yes, I and oh my gosh, I have I have tried to debunk this so many times because I would rather first debunk. I really would. I
Sure.
would first rather debunk than say, oh yeah, oh my God, that's paranormal.
I wish you'd have bunked
It's all
that
paranormal.
Native American statue.
It's me too. Oh gosh, no. Gosh.
I wish you'd walked up and touched it. I would
Maybe I can,
have. You wouldn't have
maybe I
been able
can,
to keep me away from that. I would have been so
let's,
bad. I would have
man,
gotten in so much trouble. I know I keep
let's,
saying that. I just can't believe
no,
you
let's see
didn't.
if we can manifest it. I mean, you know,
No, I don't.
let,
No, I don't want that.
let me try to
I
conjure
don't
it.
want that to be in your house. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. You don't have to bring that back. I'm just saying, goodness
You're right
gracious.
though, but at that point in time, I believed that my mom could conjure the devil, and really, I
Right,
was
and
good.
you were not you hadn't
No.
had the vision yet, or some other things that were really like
Mm-mm.
you have abilities like
Mm-hmm.
hello. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. All
So
right, so
my new,
you can sense people radar gunning.
yeah, yeah. I'll tell my, listen, I don't know what it is. I can't, I don't know how it works. I really don't. But there's a cop up ahead, slow down. And I
So
take my foot.
did you get a slew of tickets or anything that would make your body go, we need to be aware of these. We need to work
Nope,
these muscles so we can't get any more
nope,
tickets? Because April, got a speeding ticket. I got
nope,
2 speeding tickets in 1 week. My parents were so mad at me. And I
mm-mm,
had just started driving, but I thought you could go 10 miles over the
mm-mm,
speed limit and be fine. So I did it in front of cops and stuff.
mm-mm.
And they were just like, they gave me a ticket for going 12 miles over. I was like, really? Really? But eh, same cop pulled me over again, gave me another ticket the same week. He's like, do not go, do not break the law. Do not go by the speed limit.
Yeah, just stop it.
She's like, kid, what are you doing? I pulled you over 2 days ago. My dad was so mad at me. Um, anyway, yeah,
Yeah. So
I'm a dumb kid.
there's a cop up ahead, and so the one time I didn't listen to it, the one time I didn't listen to my little voice in my head, I was speeding and got pulled over, and the little voice in my head was like, "There's a cop up ahead, slow down." I didn't slow down, got pulled over, speeding ticket.
I listeners, everyone, listen to the voices in your head. Listen to those little things, because what do you got to lose? And they might be your spidey instincts or whatever, but definitely listen to the voices in your head, especially if danger's involved. Believe that
Oh my
shit.
gosh, yes.
Believe that shit and trust your instincts. Trust yourself. Do not dismiss
Yes.
it. Don't do it.
No.
Trust your instincts and
But if anybody has the
keep
lottery
yourself
ticket
safe.
numbers,
No.
I can hand them over.
Yeah, I know. I could that no,
I wish it
My
was
friend
like that.
Derek's gonna win the lottery. He's gonna win the lottery. I
Oh,
I believe it. Like positive. I want Derek to
yeah,
win.
yeah.
I want us all to win. Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes, yes, yes. he speaks that stuff into the universe all the time. He's like, I'm gonna win the lottery. I'm like, I hope you do, man. I hope you do.
I do too. I'm like, we're gonna win the lottery.
I'll say it on the air. I hope he does. I hope Derek wins the lottery.
Win the lottery.
Win the lottery, Derek. I'm gonna get a Trans Am. I'm like, freaking awesome, man. Ferrari? I don't know. But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna win the lottery.
69 Camaro.
I'm gonna do all this stuff. He has all these charities and he does Toys for Tots. He's pretty awesome guy. So,
awesome.
So he has all these plans for if he wins the lottery. He's good people. Hi, Derek, if you're listening.
Shout out to Derek.
He's a good man. He's a good friend of mine.
Awesome.
But yeah, I hope Derek wins the lottery. I hope he does. I say it all the time.
Me too. Derek, I hope you win the lottery.
Yes, Derek. I hope you win the lottery. All right. So she told you that, and you were like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, but I had already seen the pictures, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." I'd already seen because of course we had aerial views, the helicopters and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah,
but was the vision a photograph, or was it like, were you like first person where you're like looking through somebody's eyes, or what do you remember? It's okay if you don't. I'm just curious.
Well, I mean, no, because okay. This could just veer off like into just so many directions.
When you dream, when you're yourself, or I dream sometimes and I'm younger me, right? But I'm me at a certain point in my life, right? And then sometimes I'm just me, right? But like I'm rarely somebody completely different than me. Like I don't remember any dream where I'm not me.
Do you have
to go ahead?
No, go ahead with your
with this thing that like broke into your signal while you were standing in the kitchen, right? Like what was the perspective of that? Like what was the camera of that? What was the angle of that? Or you just saw still frames, or just like you were standing there?
Yeah, it was like I was watching it, aerial view.
Oh, aerial view. You were in the sky?
Yeah, I was like watching it, like a movie,
footage,
like a movie. Yeah, like a movie.
Helicopter footage of that?
Yeah,
stuff
like that, like that, like a movie. Yeah, I was like.
But it didn't look like a film. You didn't look like you were watching a film. You were like.
No. It just saw it.
So when you do see aerial footage of that is like a hot memory, like a ding 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 memory of what of the vision you had, or is it just
no, it's like
kind of like that was the camera
I know
that it took.
I know immediately. I'm like, no way. And even still to this day, I'm like, there's no way.
You saw the aerial shot and then you were under the bridge as well, or
no? I just kind of saw the bridge collapse.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just saw the bridge collapse, and I was like, wow, a lot of people are gonna die.
Yeah, but it's like a wide shot and then the bridge collapses. Yeah, but you're in the sky, so it's like a wide shot down looking. So you're in some kind of, or floating or whatever. So it's like a wide shot of the bridge and then it collapses. Okay, I feel you. I hear you.
And that's how sometimes things happen. And so, and my husband can even tell you, because I got tired of telling him stuff, right? And so finally I said, you know what? I hate to say this and I hate to be this person, but the next time I tell you shit and something goes down, I'm going to say, I told you so. He got tired of me saying, I told you so. So now even he listens to my instincts.
Good. Because why not? Because some of them have come true. And if there's danger involved, then I wouldn't be extreme. I'm not going to not go to like a certain restaurant anymore because you're like, I had a vision of the restaurant falling on top. I don't know. Maybe I would stop going to the restaurant. I don't know. I guess if it was an abundance of information and abundance of things I shouldn't do, maybe I'd have to choose. But I mean, I'm sure that he appreciates it. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah, he does.
information. That's a lot of
He does
information. I get it.
now.
I understand.
Yeah, and then like and so like
And you
I
probably
had to
like Michelle. I tell Michelle everything, so like I'm always talking to her about everything. So God, I would get I understand. You have to tell somebody that's your partner. That's your number
well, I
one.
had
You
to
got to
tell
tell them.
him in pieces, like I
Yeah.
had
That's a
to
lot of
tell,
information. That's a lot of
I couldn't
information.
tell him like all at once. Oh, by the way, oh, and by the way.
So what you don't have visions like that anymore. That's you just little feelings of stuff. Or do you have visions like that? Has anything else broken into your feed like that day in the kitchen? Is anything else?
And okay, so when we were talking about dreams,
Yeah.
okay, we were talking about dreams. Um, okay, so in full disclosure, 2.5 years ago, I had a stroke.
Okay.
Um, so my dreams changed after the stroke.
Okay.
I'm kind of like I'm kind of like breaking the fourth wall. Sometimes I'll dream and it feels intrusive, like I'm not even in my own body. I'm watching something else that I shouldn't be watching.
Oh no.
So I'm just kind of like, I've talked to people. I was just like, okay, so how do multiple personalities work? Because what the hell is this?
Okay. I mean that's a fair question, but
You know,
what was your answer? Well, yeah, because I mean, what did they say when you said that? Who is they, by the way?
nobody. Well, I mean, they're like, so, they ran the pre, they ask you a list of questions and you say yes or no, and then you have
Okay.
to meet like a certain criteria. I don't meet the criteria at all.
Good. It's
So,
always good to
there's
address
that.
those things and just kind of figure that
So,
out.
yeah,
And
because,
strokes do change brain chemistry, I imagine, and
and
yeah,
mental health also goes hand in hand
sure,
with the paranormal, a
sure.
lot of the times, sometimes I mean, if that's just something that I've just, have taken a kind of like a not like a study to, but it just kind of seems to go, you know, you got to be really open, and if you're not ready to receive whatever signals you're getting, it can drive you to a point where, okay, you're like, is this real? What's going on with me? Am I, is something wrong with my brain chemistry?
Yeah.
You ask yourself all these questions. My dreams change where I could actually manipulate things in my dream.
What, and wake up and move a cup across the counter?
Well, no, I wish.
Okay.
God, I wish. I could be like Carrie. Wow, that would be awesome. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll try. Maybe how about if I try and manifest that? No, I'm joking.
Your husband's like, quit moving my car keys around. I can't find them. Oh my God, it worked. No, just kidding. Just
No, she actually does that.
kidding. I did that in my dream. Well, have you seen my socks? Because I don't have any socks.
I'll try and dream about them. But my dreams totally change. It's like I'm breaking the fourth wall. It's like it's like sometimes I'm not even in the dream. I'm watching somebody else. Sometimes energies will feel really familiar, like, oh, okay, I know that person. Oh, that's my husband, but it's not my husband. Oh, okay, that's this person, and sometimes I'm actually in my dreams, but yeah, I have, like I said, like broken the fourth wall where I can tell myself, don't go into that alley. And then I'll go, okay. And then I'll go past the alley, and that's where the monster is, or whatever Oogie Boogie is trying to come get me, if I'm having a nightmare. So
Sure.
and I can't even explain it properly to people. And I'm just like, can somebody please tell me what this is?
You can
And nobody
try.
has. I have tried so hard to have somebody explain this to me. And all my therapist said was like, yeah, your brain chemistry is just different. Where you had your stroke is, it's just how
So
it's just
these are
works.
stroke induced things that are happening. Maybe I don't.
Yeah,
Is that what he
in
says?
my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my dreams. Yeah.
I yeah. But
Yeah.
have the precog stuff in and amongst those things happening, or it's just the dreams have gotten different, and now you're like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Period.
No, I still have the
Okay.
precognition. I still have that, but sometimes this is going to sound so messed up. It's so useless. I'm like, why did you show me this? Or how do I know this? And there's nothing I can do about it. I
Yep.
have spent,
That's
I've spent
terrible.
hours crying because I knew something was going to happen and there's absolutely nothing I could do to stop it.
And this is involved telling people and warning people, or you
Because
don't, or what? You don't know
well,
the
I
people
mean,
in the
it's like,
dream.
I don't know the
Yeah.
people or I don't know the place. And then it'll happen and I'll be like, why, what good if this is a quote unquote gift?
I
What
mean,
good is it
so
if I can't help?
here's here's what I thought. These are my thoughts. Um, you have no control over these things. You've never had any control over these things.
Mm-mm.
Therefore, you do not have responsibility in these things because you don't have any control. You have to just like figure that out and tell yourself that. Listen to what I'm saying because I cannot imagine the weight on your shoulders of, yeah, you can wake up and try to figure out what you saw and then
Mm-hmm.
try to see if it's, but you don't have any control over this. It's not,
Mm-mm.
you can't, you can't, you just can't. You'll have to just
Just
put that down at some point and
accept
just,
it.
yes,
Yeah, just kind of
yes, because
like
you
let
don't
it,
have any control over it. It's not like you sit down and dial into a television station and watch a streaming show about things that might happen to people you know, and then choose to tell them or not tell them. No, you're just sleeping, and then this stuff just comes flying into your brain, and you're like,
yeah.
"What up?" Like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't. You have a lot going on, and yeah, don't burden yourself with that. I don't think you should. I wouldn't.
Okay, so let's thank you for telling me that. I appreciate the
Putting it in the
empathy.
universe.
That's I really appreciate you saying that because it's really hard.
I think that this
I,
is stuff you're dealing with. Yes.
it's really hard. I didn't really. I guess because I've lived it and because I have
You
yeah,
have been lived this stuff. This has been
yeah,
going
and
on.
it's just kind of like, oh, you're surprised by this. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that reaction. So do you've got questions? You know,
Don't eat that fish on Wednesday.
no, don't
Don't eat it.
stop it
It's
with the
not good for you.
oysters.
Don't eat oysters this whole year. You were so sick. I've gotten sick once and eating. I still eat them. I don't care. I
I
got
have,
sick eating frozen seafood. What?
oh, how do you get sick
Just
eating?
waiting in the bag for me to eat it and then get me? What? I probably
Oh,
didn't.
no.
I probably
Maybe you
cooked
didn't
it.
cook it right,
I probably didn't cook it
but
right.
still,
Something stupid. Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
but still.
I know. It was weird. I don't know. It's
Okay.
the only time. Knock on wood. Because I love seafood.
Oh, me
Also,
too.
if something seems fishy, I'm like, all right, I'll spit it
Always
out.
listen to your gut.
I'll spit it out and put it in the bucket, and then eat another oyster and be like,
Yeah, I wasn't good. No, yeah.
yeah, nah, I don't know about that one. All
Yeah.
right.
And then there was that little short period of time where it seemed like everybody was getting sick on oysters and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna not for a
Sure.
little bit. So
Yeah. But it's just something you deal with, something you deal with if you go out, if you eat oysters, then you have to deal with it. But I'm just laughing about my oyster practices. Delicious, yummy.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. I do. I
But
do.
yeah.
I love a good oyster boil.
Oh man.
Or the steam oysters. Oh my
Oh yeah.
gosh. Oh, that's
Juicy
my
crab.
favorite. Oh my
Juicy
gosh,
crab.
yes.
Juicy seafood. You can sponsor my show.
Oh, that'd be
Juicy
awesome.
seafood on Roswell Road. You can sponsor my show. Also, your grammar is terrible.
Shout out to a seafood sponsor, please.
Juicy seafood on Roswell, sponsor me. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So that's interesting that the stroke changed things. Fascinating.
Yeah, it's that.
I'm glad that. Gosh, as far as strokes go, you know.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna try this out.
No, don't be like, oh, maybe I'd stop. Just stop. Trust me.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Me too. Me too.
Do what they tell you, and we
do
want
a
you
tea.
around.
Yes. I got things to do.
You got some other places to explore. You got some.
Listen, and also I'm not gonna get. And I gotta get to the bottom of that native. Now you got me. Now you got my wheels turning. I'm just like, all right.
That shit. What? That is a crazy experience, because he was just standing there.
Yes.
And then I love that he was on the couch though. That's just comedy.
Uncle came in and he was on the couch. Like,
why is he on the couch? There. Why is he standing in the corner? And then
I don't know.
Much so that you thought it was just a part of a living room. Because I guarantee you, if you came in there and he wasn't there, you would have said something. You'd have been like, did y'all move this statue in this time of grieving? Did y'all just have this taken away? Or
did you just
are you selling pieces? Or what happened to, like,
I mean, I wouldn't taken the statue. I would have taken, I mean.
I would have said something. I don't know how that happened.
Now you got me like, I'm like, gosh, what jerks.
Yeah. Well, this is not. I don't think your parents should listen to this episode. They won't.
No, they will not. I will not let them know.
They don't believe in this.
No, they don't. No.
That's fine.
No, but your 2,000 listeners might be like, oh my gosh, who was that Fruit Loop you had on the other night?
No. Because listen, I want to hear everyone's story. I believe you. I want to hear about it. What did you see? What did you experience? That's what this is all about. Let's talk about it. Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was another lull, and you'll see these like little lulls where, like, really it's either a hole in my memory or just nothing happened, no more sleeping in the basements, nothing like that, so there's another lull
from
in
the San Francisco vision, or that period of time
after the vision, it kind of, everything just kind of went, there was just static up there, just it's just going through its channels, just nothing was transmitting. So we moved from Colorado Springs, Colorado to Baumholder, Germany.
You're going back to Germany?
Went back to Germany.
You're like, that's what Army life is like, Rob. They send you back.
Yep.
Jeez.
Okay, so this is where I became probably the most defiant I had ever been.
And Germany is, you've had some serious experiences in Germany, so now you're going back there.
Yes, but I'm in a different place this time. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, this is the most.
How old are you now?
I went there when I was 13.
You went back to Germany when you were 13?
13, yeah.
Okay.
So there were creepy basements.
Son of a bitch. On base? No, they put you back in Germantown or whatever?
No. We didn't live out in Germantown, and in the economy. We lived on base housing. We got it right away.
Yeah, but base housing from World War II.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. So yay, hats off to the SS.
Formerly German bases.
Yeah.
Did we occupy their entire bases over there, or did we?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm always positive that that is a.
Then yeah, so then yeah, that
So,
base has some
but
history.
so
But everything there did, I imagine.
yeah, everything. Yeah. I mean, I was just I lived. I will say, um, for all the bad that I'm talking about, I do want to say that I did live a very privileged life. Because not everybody got these experiences that I got to live.
Sure.
I am very lucky.
Humbled by our experiences.
There's a lot of excuse my language. There's a lot of fuckery in between there. However, it's still privileged.
Your parents were difficult. Like it was difficult to deal with the religion aspect, and then you didn't want anything to do with that, and that was all happening. Yeah.
Yes, especially since I cannot say that I don't believe in a higher power. I do. I know. Listen, I should not be alive right now. I mean, not
okay.
Along with the stroke, I had a heart attack. Along with the heart attack, I had
year, April.
This happened 2.5 years ago. I had two seizures. So I had 2 seizures, a heart attack, and a stroke. And so, I am so lucky to be alive.
You have to do what they say at the hospital now. You have to do what they
say. I do. I do. As a matter of fact, I have a stress test again tomorrow. So, yeah. So good. I'm on it. I'm doing.
Doctor. You should have a team of doctors like me. I'm diabetic, so I got like a team. I'm like a race car.
I'm trying. I mean,
There's a group of people that are in charge of me. I don't do everything they say, but I should. That was my. Well, that was a bell for myself. That was a bell for myself. I could be skinnier. My diabetes is doing really good though. I've had a good year.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I could be skinnier. I could always be skinnier. But yeah.
Okay, so this is when I started to get into ghost hunting.
Okay. Wait, when you were 13 and moved back to Germany?
Yeah, I started getting into ghost hunting. Okay. Cool. I started reading Anne Rice.
I'm sure your mom loved all of this.
Oh yeah. So the first Dungeons and Dragons book I ever brought into the house.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. Shout out.
Now Michelle's a DM and she hosts like 2 different running campaigns.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Oh awesome.
We're a D&D family over here. Oh yes.
Woo! All right.
Yes.
Awesome. Love it.
I am terrible. I do not have the patience. But she loves it, and I love it, but I'm not very good at it.
My son is also a dungeon master as well too, and the boys they got their campaign every Friday.
Fantastic.
And if they're not there at the campaign, I get a phone call. Where are the boys? Where are the boys? I'm like, okay, they're going. They're going.
Nerds,
so yes,
nerds,
yes.
rule, nerds, rule. My people.
So people suck.
Well, yeah.
They can.
Nerds are cool.
Nerds are cool. Nerds are awesome.
Yes, they are.
Nerds are awesome.
Yes, they are. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
So yeah, so the first Dungeons and Dragons book I ever brought into the house, my mom said that I brought the devil into the house, and that's when I was just like, Satan? I brought him in the house?
You're like, my brother knows him.
I asked my brother, have you seen the devil?
Because
he's like, no.
Because of the D&D books? Come on.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I wish I was joking. I so wish I was joking.
So all that satanic panic was even as far flung as German Americans? Like, come on.
My mom. No, it's just my mom.
Oh my God. So my parents took all my D&D books. They took my comics, and I wasn't allowed to play D&D anymore. They put all my comic books and my D&D stuff in the closet, and I didn't get it back till I was like 18, 17. And by then,
yours did that?
My parents did that. Yep. Took all my ElfQuest books. Feel free to sponsor us, Wendy and Richard Penny. Took all my ElfQuest stuff. They took all my Batman comics. They took. Yeah, I
Oh
was
no.
totally into all that stuff. I like Spider-Man. I like
Oh,
Batman. All that.
oh,
They took all
boo.
my comics, and I wasn't allowed to
No.
read comics. And I would go to the comic book store, and I would read comics there, and then they get mad at me, and I'd try to explain, look, they won't let me take them home. I will be very gentle with them. I'm not going to hurt them. Just let me read them, and they would let me read them.
Oh
They were
no.
very nice, and I explained my situation. So I would go to the comic book
Same.
store, but it wasn't. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to just sit there and read all the stuff I wanted. So I eventually kind of got out of comics and wasn't the
Oh,
nerd that I really needed to be. I missed that whole section
oh
of my life.
no.
I know. So that
Oh.
sucks. Anyway, sorry.
We got
So they
everything
they
six.
they took them, huh?
Yes. Well, no, she was just like, you're bringing Satan into the house.
Goodness
I couldn't.
gracious.
And then um, well, it was like just like, well, fine. And so Anne Rice was the same way. Stephen King. So what I finally started doing was finally was like, oh, okay. So I started taking the jacket covers off and I started switching them.
Nice. You're like, I'm reading Ramona again.
Yeah, again.
Tales from the
Yes.
Fourth Grade Nothing is so good. I'm gonna read it
Yeah.
again. I don't know why it's bigger than it was last time.
What was that one with the pickle juice? Oh, continuous favorite. Yes, Mom. Yes.
What is it? Tales of the Fourth Grade
How to eat
Nothing.
fried worms.
Okay. Okay.
How to Eat Fried Worms. The
How do you?
Chocolate War.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I started
Boxcar
changing.
Children.
So, then anything and everything about the occult and
Oh,
about the
I was such a
supernatural, I
spooky
could get
kid.
my hands
I
on.
read
I
every
was,
book in the library on ghosts and
yes,
I read everything.
anything I could, I was a
Yes.
sponge. Anything I could get my hands on,
But I was
I
allowed to
did.
read that stuff. They didn't care about what I was
Seeing
reading.
them.
They just didn't want me to read
Mhm.
comic books or play D&D. So that is stupid. Yeah,
Oh,
it's dumb. So,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's all
it.
right.
Yeah, that's,
Nah.
uh,
They did give it back to me though. They didn't throw it away. That's cool.
that's cool. Well, maybe they just thought that just wasn't age appropriate.
They were worried that I was gonna kill myself, like that kid.
Oh
They were worried
no.
that
Oh,
like
okay.
D&D like made people kill themselves, like that college
And
student or
like,
whatever. Like they
what
totally believe that shit.
what was that? What was that band that they blamed on
Kiss,
the other?
Kiss.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't allowed in the house either, which,
Which made me go and get blankets.
yes.
It was really, it wasn't Kiss. It was like Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor tapes that I was sneaking home and listening to. I wasn't allowed to listen to like comedy, like not adult comedy. And I mean, I understand, I get it, but like I would still sneak those tapes and like listen to that stuff and like in my
Well, it's
headphones.
funny. But what was funny is that I was in my most rebellious stage at this point in time, and my parents were like, "Woof, relief." We put her through finishing school. We put her in a church school, and so she's going to be a proper lady. No, here I am,
No, I'm a proper lady. It's fine.
trying to find spooky haunted locations, with my big old boom box, trying to record.
Oh, that's awesome. You're doing EVPs with your boombox?
I mean, I tried it.
That's awesome.
Nothing. I mean, and then I got involved with the Ouija board, talking board, spirit board, whatever.
Sure.
And this is the one time where I don't have, if people use it, that's fine. Me personally, it's just not my favorite tool to use. I'm not going to look down on anybody. I am certainly not the gatekeeper on, paranormal investigating. You do what you do. But I kind of had a really scary experience. I felt kind of there was a temperature shift in my room. And I thought I had felt someone pinch my inner thigh and like turn.
Turn like a horse
Yeah,
body. Jeez.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like
then let
a big
go.
pinch. Yeah.
Yes. And I screamed because it hurt
I mean,
so
that's
bad.
terrifying. Yeah, yeah.
And I turned on the light, and lo and behold, there's a red mark and a bruise is already starting to form.
What was going on the Ouija board at the time that happened? Anything? Were you talking to somebody or something, or
Yeah, I was just deep in it.
you were using it by yourself?
I had used it by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had used it by myself. I would almost say that I didn't want to stop using it. I was a little bit, you know, I guess addicted is the proper,
Using
I
it by
don't, what?
yourself though.
I was using it by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I haven't touched one since, but
Wow.
the bruise was huge.
So did anything stay? Nothing else happen?
No, because it was at that point in time, I was just like, okay, maybe my mom is right
Is
about this
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe my mom is actually right about this stuff. And
Yeah.
so I just kind of stopped and really got into like a church group. And
Okay.
well, listen, there was nothing else better to do. Okay. And anybody can call me a liar, but we all know. Okay. Listen, all there was to do in Germany was to drink and do stuff that, we probably shouldn't be doing.
Sounds like young adulthood.
We were teenagers,
Yeah.
we were
That's how that
curious
works.
teenagers.
That's how that works. It's fine. No, that's just natural progression of things.
So
Wait, so what did you do with the Ouija board? You just stopped using it and put it on the
I
shelf,
just
or did
stopped.
you throw it away?
No, no. I actually, it was the girl that had borrowed it from. I just gave it back to her.
Wait, so your mom took away your D&D books, but didn't have a problem with you having a Ouija board?
I put it in my backpack.
Oh my gosh. So you just gave it back to her? She didn't ask you and you didn't explain it?
No, no.
You didn't show anybody else that bruise?
I did. I did.
Yeah. But
I
not the
did.
girl you gave the Ouija board to?
No, no. I did show people the
Why?
bruise on.
Why? She would have been the
Because
first person I told, I think.
I have no
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. You're like, here you go. One-sided conversation with the devil. But let me know. It hurt me. But here you go. You can have it back now. I'm done.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me borrow your board.
Yeah, that was really fun. I don't want to do this anymore. That shit grabbed my leg. I'm done. I was using one time with my friends, and it was a brief period of time when I was using it, whatever. But I don't remember who it was. But anyway, the candle, it was a black candle. It was a Halloween candle. I don't know, but and that shit. I've never seen a candle do this in my life, but it was like, it didn't spark, but it like snapped. Like I've never seen a candle do that in my life. I don't know what that was, but that scared me so bad. I just didn't mess with it anymore. I don't know, but nothing happened. Nothing happened. But the candles, it was very strange. It made like a spark. It made like a sparking noise. Like
oh
and the
no.
flame was like, and
No.
it like sparked at me. It was I've
Oh,
never seen a candle do that. I don't know what that is. But that
you're
was pretty
like,
scary.
I would have been like, we're summoning a dragon.
I don't know. I was like, that's fascinating, but nope. And we were all
No,
scared.
I'm done.
There was a group of kids. It was with other
Yeah,
people, but that was
yeah,
freaky. We all ran out of the room. It was fun.
yeah, yeah. So we
It
all
was
have our
scary,
like,
but I was done. That was it.
yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. I don't know whose
And I have,
It wasn't my Ouija board. They brought it. Somebody brought it over. Yeah,
yeah, and
I
you're
don't
like, hey,
remember
what
what
the hell?
happened
It's
to
not
it.
my Ouija board.
I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. That was it. That's the only experience I had, and it was scary enough where I just stopped. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
the end of that.
yeah. Me
Done
getting
with that.
pinched. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That pinch was enough to I'm done.
Do you
Yeah.
remember who you were talking to and what was said or anything?
I do not. I mean, it's when it's all. I remember the pinch.
Yeah.
I remember coming home, my room feeling different. I
Yeah.
remember the temperature even in my room being dropped. I just remember like the energy was just off, and then I turned off the lights. The pinch happened, and that was that. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't remember anything else. I just remember like really getting involved in like church and stuff like that. But
Okay.
what's funny is that there's nothing, and I don't know, maybe I'm the odd person out, but there's something about a church at night that creeps me out.
An empty church at night or a church with
Yes.
people in it? An empty church.
Oh, an empty church at night that creeps me out. Oh,
well, it's house of God.
uh,
God's supposed to be there, and
uh,
house of the Lord or whatever.
uh,
And
uh, uh,
I don't know. Also,
I
I
don't know.
mean, these are cathedrals and stuff you're going to, right? These are not like
Mm.
modern buildings, right?
No, it was like it was a chapel. Like it wasn't a cathedral. It was just it was an on base chapel. So if you look
Okay.
if you look up on your computer and just put like Baumholder main chapel, I mean you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just like a building with a
I think
you
that
know
that bases are just so full of so many different lives and energies and people going in and out of them.
yes,
And this was
yeah.
not this was a German military base during World War II. So I don't know. I mean,
Well, there's a
or it was
lot
built
of
on, or we put
rumors.
we put American stuff on top of stuff that was there or whatever. So there's some history there. I don't, I'm
There's a
sure it
lot of
was,
history,
yeah,
and
I'm sure it
yeah.
was, I'm sure it was, yeah.
I mean, I can get in touch with some friends and ask them if they've had any other, if any paranormal experiences. The one of the main things we all agreed on, every single one of us, if you ever talk to anybody in Europe who has ever lived in on base housing and ask them about the basement. Okay, so
What
this is what we're
basement?
gonna
The
do.
basements in those track homes, those little,
Okay, yeah,
they have
so you have
basements?
they have basements, yes.
Okay.
Except for basements were great for this time at here I am 14 15 basements were great to make out in now, so not so
Of course.
scary.
Now it's
However,
not so
when you are
scary. Yeah. Well,
mm,
you have other people there with you. Yes.
wait, but when you are by yourself, so okay, so you would
They
turn it
put you in the
we would
basement again, April?
no 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 no
Good.
no
I guess
no
that's, I
no
mean, I'm glad.
no no, but but our laundry rooms were in the basement. So here's what we would do. We would, and you can ask anybody, we would mash that button and run as fast as we could.
Like take the laundry out and mash the button, and then
Yep.
take the laundry out and mash the button,
Yep.
or just come and get it and then put it in a basket and go.
And then if it was cold outside, like snowing or below zero or something like that, and we
Yeah,
didn't,
it's
because
Germany.
all the
Oh my
buildings were
God.
connected, and so you had three stairwells that were connected. You had to
Wow.
run. So every time we would see the button, we would mash it, and then that light would turn off, and then it would scare us even more because that light behind us, and we didn't know what was coming behind us. There was nothing
So
there. I don't know. It was
the
just,
base
oh,
laundry rooms were creepy. Okay.
yes. Oh
Were they
my
like
gosh.
apartment buildings or like,
Yes, they were like
okay,
apartment buildings. There was
okay.
like three, and then the top part was like they had an attic,
So
but it wasn't
it
really an
was like
attic. It
it
was like
was a
a
basement
party
for the
room.
community. It wasn't just your basement. Okay,
Right,
okay, that
right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
always got to
So,
make you
but you
sleep
ask
there.
anybody, does so yeah, but just now when we joke, we're just when we talk about the basements, we're like, yeah, but gosh, how great was it to make out in those. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that was a fun part. But yeah, that I started to get into the occults and everything like that. Started,
So
ghost hunting
you were
and
ghost hunting on base?
yep, I was ghost hunting on base, and then anybody that would say anything like, the lake is haunted, and so we'd play round robin. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm staying at this person's house, I'm staying at this person's house, I'm staying at this person's house, and then we would go to the lake and see if we could see ghosts. Nothing ever.
Sure.
I mean, we never saw any ghosts.
April, I'm gonna
Um,
ask you this. You're 47.
I'm 47.
Have you ever seen anything as real and as solid as that Indian chief?
Yes,
in that
one
time in
time,
your life? Okay, well,
one other time.
if that story is coming, I'm eagerly
I'm trying to
awaiting.
hurry up.
No,
I'm
no, no,
really,
you're
really trying to
fine. You're
hurry up.
fine. I'm just saying that that was a significant paranormal experience that I don't know if you're underplaying it, but that Native American chief standing there at all times when you're coming in and out of that living room, enough for you not to go, where is he? Because he's not there. And just the whole time you stayed at your grandmother's house, like
Hmm.
that's, I don't even know what that
I
is. Like
wish I was making that up. Oh, I wish
what?
I was. Oh,
Well, I'm just
that'd be a
saying,
hell of a
don't
story.
don't underplay it. I'm just saying that was a
But it was just,
significant thing. But I know he
it
was
was,
still. I know he was still. I know he was still. But I
it
don't
was,
really know
there's
what
only
that
been,
was. Yeah, no, I don't
I don't
know.
know what it was. I don't
I
know
don't
if
know
it
what
was a
that was. Yeah,
protector.
but he was on the couch. He was on the
He did,
couch.
yeah, for one of my uncles. He was laid out on the couch, arms crossed. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to see if he was somebody's kid. Maybe he had Maury Povich on. You are not the father. I don't know.
Oprah.
Maybe,
I thought you guys were at the
totally.
store. Dang it.
Yeah. He
All right.
wanted to know what Oprah's, top favorites of the year was. Okay, so, we can go back to that, but maybe he was a guardian that was going to help my grandmother
I
transition
like that.
into, her next life.
I like that. I like that idea
Maybe,
very much.
maybe he was just the guardian
And
that,
your grandmother didn't talk to you about that or ask you any questions about that or didn't say anything. Okay.
no.
I wonder if
No,
she's still alive.
the only thing that she, I nobody like, oh gosh, this is like so frustrating during that time, and it's nobody wanted to like talk to me about death. And
Okay.
I knew how sick she was.
Okay.
I knew we were gonna lose her.
Maybe he was there for you. But he didn't do anything. You didn't talk. He didn't talk to her or anything, or he didn't make any movements
You think
or
he should
say
have
your
said
name or anything.
how
Yeah,
or
he should have said.
something,
That's hilarious.
anything, a
He
wink.
should have said anything or just not been there at a time where you walked from one room to the other room, and then you were like, what was that, and where did that statue go? And then
Yeah, who was a statue?
that would have been meaningful. Like that would have said something, but he didn't. Why would he just show up and just be there? That's so confusing. I don't understand it. I don't understand a lot of things that happen in the world. That's why I have a
But my
podcast
dad
about
saw it too. So
it.
that,
I and your
that,
uncle and your
and my
uncle.
uncle, and I don't know. Actually, wait, wait. A different uncle actually saw the same Native American chief in my mom's house, the one that she lives in now.
Okay. He's just standing there.
No, he was sitting on the couch.
What? And then what? Did he disappear?
He disappeared.
He did disappear.
Mm-hmm.
While he was sitting there, he came in and he was sitting on the couch, and then he
Mm-hmm.
disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he have to say about that? Do you remember the story and what he told you?
I'm trying to think. Let me see if I can like get something to spark. Think we were talking about like haunted things.
Yeah. Well, that's haunted as shit. Dude sitting in the recliner.
I'm
You walk in.
trying to like
Holy crap. Also, this wasn't somebody you knew. So who is this guy?
No,
That's
no.
also like I'm just curious. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's the messenger. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know.
He never
Messenger of
says
what?
anything. He just
He just
disappears and
stands
he just
there.
stands there. Yeah, that's so.
He does. He does. I mean, he doesn't say anything. He just stands there
And
like,
the room, the temperature, nothing was different. It was just like you thought it was a statue and that there wasn't
yeah.
any climate or anything different.
And even if there was at the time, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I would not have had that knowledge to go, oh yeah, the temperature in the room has gone down, or or I didn't have that kind of those reasonable deduction skills, like how can I debunk this, like
Yeah.
maybe
I mean, you could just
is there a
walk up and
projector,
touch it.
you
Yeah.
know yeah, is there maybe somebody's playing a joke. I mean, there
A
that
projector
a family of
like Scooby-Doo.
so
It's just a
totally
pirate
like
ship on dry ice on the
yeah,
projection
there you
screen.
go.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. All right.
I mean, they
I always
maybe
laughed. I always laughed at those explanations because they didn't make any sense at all. It's like
so
science. That's you could put a
yay, sign.
projection
I'm
dry
a
ice and
neighbor.
then you could see a pirate ship. That's right.
Why?
I always love the explanations on Scooby Doo because it's like that doesn't make any more sense than it did in the first place. Who is writing this show? This is not any kind of
I don't know.
science that I've ever lived. How did I buy this shit when I was a kid? And you're like, well, it's about a talking dog. And it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, all right.
It's about a talking dog that's
We
scared of
started there.
everything.
We started at we started at the talking dog level. So why was I questioning the science involved? I don't know. I was just trying to figure things out as a kid. I was like, well, it's a mystery gang. Yeah. That's sitting on the couch. What? All right. So okay, so then what, April? So you're paranormal researching in Germany on the base
Hmm.
and making out with people in the
Yeah,
laundry room. Very
doing
nice.
teenage,
Yeah, absolutely.
doing just
For
regular
sure.
teenage stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so I moved. Okay, so let me see if there's anything. Okay, so I told you about the pinch.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we moved from one from one base in Europe to another.
Okay.
Now, after the whole pinch thing and everything like that, if anything did happen, I completely ignored it. If anything,
There's a
I
period in your
didn't.
life where you're like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm not doing this
I've
anymore.
checked out. I'm not.
So what did you accidentally experience during that when you were ignoring stuff, or did you not experience anything? Did you
What? I don't.
somehow turn it off? That's
I think I
exciting.
turned it off. I want to say I think I turned it off because I
Wow.
cannot. And if something did, happen, then I don't
Wow.
remember. I really don't.
Wow. Okay.
Um, so we moved to one military base to another one. So we moved from
In Germany.
Baumholder, yes, in
Okay.
Germany. So we moved
Yep.
from Baumholder to Mannheim.
Okay.
Now, during this time, my grandfather died
In the United States.
in the United States.
Yeah.
Yes. So therein lies the end of me even getting to know about the Native American.
Well, he might know. He might have talked to your dad about it. So we still,
I'm gonna have a, I'm gonna,
if you can ask him
if
nicely
my dad will
and
talk,
approach
because
it, you don't want to, you don't want to spook him, but just be like,
now,
hey, did you ever see it? Goddamn
now he
Native
told me he
American
saw
chief
it.
at grandma's house?
He,
Yeah.
he
Okay. No,
told me he
you can
saw it.
say,
Yeah.
remember that Native American chief we saw at grandma's house? Can you tell me more about when you saw it? Because you said you saw it. What did you see? I think that's a good place. And just, I don't know how your dad is, but like,
Oh, quite,
just go with the information he's already given you and been like, this is
quite.
what you said you saw. So tell me more
I need
about
more.
this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What else?
Okay.
Because I'm telling you that I saw it. I didn't leave the room. It didn't leave the room. It didn't leave the position it was in. And
Mm-mm.
then
And
when we did the Christmas tree was brought in, I thought you guys just moved it to the other side
yeah.
because it was still there, Dad.
Yeah. I told him
But
that. I told him all that.
oh, okay. And he was
Yeah.
just like, I see it too, and that was the end of it.
Yeah. He's like, I know what you're talking about. I saw it too.
Golly. What did you
I
see,
know.
Dad? What did you see?
Well, he told me he saw the native, he said he saw the chief, the same,
Right.
with the war paint and everything like that,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Son of
He's like, I know. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And then another uncle, and then showed up at
So
my
you
mom's
said
house.
tequila. Your dad drinks the tequila. Can we get tequila involved?
let's see. Maybe let's
Maybe
get
on
a
a
good.
holiday and then just be
Yeah,
like,
let me
or
get
hey,
a.
Dad, why don't you drink a glass? Why don't we have some wine together? I like this new wine. It's really good. And then drink a couple glasses, like,
There you go.
and then be like, all right, so you
Yeah.
saw this. I don't know how your dad works, but I would like I
It's
would like a little
complicated.
bit more information. Yeah, I would like a little more. If
Very
and
complicated.
your
I would
uncle
let.
too, I would also like. Well, Dale said he saw it. Like, I don't know what your uncle's name is. I love that his name is Dale. Good job, Rob. Just writing the stories.
No, actually, yeah, we'll name him Dale. That's fine. Dale is great.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
So you guys move.
so to move. Okay, so this this apartment, this apartment had a little bit of a different feeling.
All right, real quick, just real quick, 5 seconds. Your husband's still with us. Has she missed anything that she might have talked to me about? Has she missed anything? You remember anything that she's
Um,
missed up to this point? Just out of curiosity. And how are you? Nice to meet you. And
I'm doing
so
good. Good to
glad you're
meet
here
you.
with us. And I enjoy your presence. And I like your wife very much. So I like you very much.
Me too.
I imagine you guys are cool. So I've enjoyed our conversation. But yeah, man, has she missed anything?
I'm up to this point. I'm not here yet, so
Right. Sure.
some of this I'm still learning for the first time.
Fascinating. Okay.
She did a review with her mom just a couple hours ago before y'all talked.
Oh, joy.
Uh,
That's so nice.
so
Very cool.
so she her mom didn't really care for that too much, but
Yeah, about to say you might want to keep it on with your mom. But hey,
yeah, but
we're
her
all
mom did
adults now, and that's your mom too. So your mom probably has to go through all kinds of stuff.
she did refresh her memory on a few things though.
Mm-hmm.
So
She's
that
your
was good.
mom, so she's supposed to be around.
Yeah, yeah.
And she
Well,
made you
yeah.
sleep in the basement. I don't got any quarter for
I
this
know.
woman. Sleep studies my ass. The fucking basement's haunted. Jesus, that's what she fucking said like 6 times. Anyway,
I told them it was haunted.
what is
Okay.
your name, brother? Because I keep just talking to you, but I don't know your name.
I'm Jason.
Jason, pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Rob.
All right, so back to the story. I'm with
Okay.
you.
So, alrighty.
I'm just
Okay.
I'm just doodling. I'm just here. I'm listening. I'm ADD. Just forgive me.
That is okay. So is my husband. So you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. So this particular apartment, this had a different feel. It had a completely different feel. Keys would go missing, wallets would go missing, purses would go missing, glasses would go missing.
Whole purses?
Whole purses.
Dude, I need my glasses. Don't take my fucking glasses, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And my mom was like, I know it was, it was here. And at this point in time, I'm just like, Mom,
I didn't take your glasses, Mom. Maybe you should try the basement. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
I put it in
Look
the
in that
creepy
bathroom.
basement.
I never go in. I don't go in there. I don't go in there.
I'm gonna banish you to the basement.
Yeah, maybe you should try the basement, Mom. See if she's down there.
So sadly, my grandfather died.
Yeah.
And I had a really hard time with this. I had a really hard time with his death. That one hit me so hard because I just adored my grandfather.
Yeah, and your grandmother.
Both of them, yes. Rest
I'm
their
so
souls.
glad you got to know them. I really am.
Yeah,
glad
me
they
too.
were such a
that
great
was
part of your life.
privilege.
I really am glad. Yes.
So during this time, I was in this just deep mourning. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was sitting down, kind of, I was looking at my dresser, and I was sitting down and I was just crying because I was just remembering good times and just, just really happy memories and stuff like that. And just really being thankful for knowing him and stuff like that. And just just crying, just letting it all out.
Good. Sure.
So much feeling, went into it, because we couldn't. The only person that went to the funeral was my dad.
Well, he flew all the way back to the States for it.
Yes, he flew all the way back to the States for the funeral, and so I was angry too, because I wanted to go to the funeral. I wanted to say goodbye too.
Of course you did.
So I left a wire hanger on my dresser. Okay, so like this dresser drawers, so it was like curved like this, and I left a hanger. And I'm feeling, I'm all in my feelings. I'm just like, I'm vomiting feelings even, okay?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the hanger starts moving back and forth. First, okay, I'm getting chills just talking about this. Woo!
Yeah.
The hanger starts going back and forth, back.
Like a compass, like a metronome, kind of like.
Yeah, like a metronome. Yeah,
okay.
And then it gets faster and faster and faster. Oh my gosh.
Was it spinning, or was it just going back and forth?
It was going back and forth,
okay.
And then it flew across my room.
Yeah. Did you? I guess you stopped crying and just stood there. I don't know what. Then what did you do?
No, I did not. No. I ran out of my room and I was screaming. I was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God, this is what just happened." My mom was like, calm down. I was like, no, not this time. You're not going to tell me to calm down.
Yeah.
Not this time. This is what happened. Oh my God. I was like, I was just, like I said, all in my feelings. And this paranormal thing just happened 3 days after my grandfather died. And I'm like, I am done. No more. I was just, because I knew what I had seen. I started to see it. I could feel the energy shift in the room and everything. Everything that you see in those damn paranormal shows. Oh, I wish I would have had like real equipment at that point in time, right? Because oh my gosh, it just flew across the room.
Yeah.
Didn't sleep in my room. I slept on the couch. I was like, I can't go back in my room. I can't. I couldn't. I didn't even want to get my clothes out.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school for a couple of days.
Well, yeah, that's a lot. That's just crazy what happened. That's nuts. Now, that was at the height of your grief, and then
yes,
was that night and that week you kind of worked it out and made it through it, and then continued on, and then you didn't let your grief get to that height anymore, because
no, that was the appendix.
It might be dangerous. Like obviously you're affecting objects in the room, and it's okay.
April,
Yikes.
I don't know. I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to say that, but I was in so much grief.
There's no right or wrong way to grieve. It's just a process we all have to deal with. Yeah. I still miss my dog, like,
oh yeah, well, yeah,
like
me too.
I lost my mom this year, and it's just,
I'm so sorry.
It's been a thing. I appreciate it. She had Alzheimer's, so it was kind of a long goodbye on that, but it was just, yeah, it's awful, but
all right.
Thank you. It's just a process you have to go through, and it's horrible. It's horrible. So it's okay. And it's okay. You just have to make it. You just have to make it through it. And whatever it takes, Oh, so, but I can imagine at the height of your grief and pain, and then that happens, and you're like, I can't get that upset, because look what happens when it you. So, I mean, okay, but you did get that upset and work it out.
I did.
It's good to cry. It's good. I think it's good to cry.
And I told my mom, and I just let it all out. And I was just like, I told you, you don't believe me. You never believe. And we had it out.
Well, and this is a long time coming, this conversation. This
she and I
and you
had
at this
it
point in your life.
out.
Yeah.
I was like, I am done. You're not going to stifle this. You're not, I don't know what, you're going to have to let me be who I am. I was like, I'm done.
Okay.
So
that was a big day in your life.
Yeah.
I imagine that was a big conversation.
That was a very traumatic thing that happened. More traumatic than the native. Well,
but you thought it was a statue the whole time.
I did.
April, oh my God.
I did. I don't mean to laugh about. We're talking about my grandfather.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I bet you wouldn't have laughed. You saw that man on the couch when you walked in. I bet you'd have stopped laughing then. What is the statue doing on the couch? Is this thing readjustable? Oh my God! He just disappeared. This is the craziest statue I've ever seen. Now you have to tell me where this thing came from.
Wait, no. Let me tell you what I would have.
What do you mean you can't see him? All right, I have to go now. I have to go outside.
No. Let me tell you what I would have thought it was. Okay,
what do you mean? What Indian on the couch? The Indian that just disappeared. That Indian on the couch. Holy shit!
I would have thought someone moved it to mess with me, to play a joke on me.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's what I would have thought. I would have been like, who's the jokester?
You still didn't ask any questions. I don't understand. Why did you talk about it?
I never saw the thing down.
If you see a Native American statue in somebody's living room, I would definitely have questions.
Well, now I'll be like, hey, is that real?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he doesn't watch TV
now.
in the afternoon. He doesn't take a nap.
Go touching.
Yeah, I would definitely be touching things. Jeez, oh my gosh. So I mean,
yes.
So you saw that Indian the whole time, but you didn't see anything in Dachau, which I would have thought maybe you saw. Because it's Dachau, because you're sensitive, but you didn't see anything in Dachau, which is, you had feelings and things affected you like greatly, weight on your shoulders, a headache for the first time, but you didn't see anything. But you saw that guy the whole time you were there. That's what?
Okay, I went back to Dachau a second time.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well, how old were you? Get out and shut the door. Okay, sorry. I'm fine now. How old were you?
Okay, so I moved when I was 17. Yes, 16. Yep.
Oh my God, you went again with your mom. Okay. I'm fine.
Same feeling.
Why did they say, let's go back? Let's go see it again. Why? Like, what did they say? Just because you live in Germany, so you need to go and see it again. It's been a long time.
You know what?
It's been 8 years, or my math is terrible. 6.
I can't. I don't even know. This one I can't blame on my parents. This one, I'm going to take responsibility for this one.
9 years. You were 6. No. Yeah. So 9.
I'm going to take responsibility
for that. My
math
is still terrible. I can't do the math.
You're fine.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. All right. I'm just listening. I'm astounded. Please. Yes, tell me.
We went to Munich for a swim meet because we were in the championships, and
cool. For debate, what championships for what?
Swim team. I was on the swim team.
Swim team.
Yes.
Okay,
so I wanted to go back.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because I wanted to see it through mature eyes.
Sure.
Not little girl eyes. The person who had been opened herself up to the world and had just gone through, several of these, traumatic events and everything,
yes,
death. And yes. So I was like, I want to go back to Dachau.
Yeah.
Same feeling.
In the same places?
in the same places, same smells.
Like feelings you were familiar with. Yeah.
Very familiar.
Yeah.
Everything was pristine, looked untouched. Birds still were not flying over. Couldn't hear anything. Dead silent. Completely silent. Couldn't hear yourself walking.
Because I really thought all that was some kind of like shock, really, for a 6-year-old to deal with all that. Okay.
I was at first, but I wanted to go back, like I said, with more mature eyes.
No, I hear you, but then you had those things reoccur.
Went down back to the crematorium, got a migraine. Wow. Again.
Wow.
And this migraine was really bad. I mean, I'm talking about whole 9 yards. Like I got sick to my stomach several times. It was really bad. This one was really bad, but no, I did not see anything out of the ordinary. I felt deeply.
Okay.
I felt again like there was something on my back. And again, it felt every single step that I took. It seemed like my body got heavier and heavier and heavier. It was the same feelings all over again. I believe there have been people who have gone in. I would never go and investigate a memorial. I'm just gonna put that out there. It wasn't for investigative purposes. It was more for me. Again, wanting to see it through my, but same feelings. I mean, just same yucky. It was just icky, yucky. Yes. Never. Yes. I won't ever go back.
That's okay.
I won't ever go back. So it was the same. It was same feelings, but this time I got really, really, really sick.
You got really sick there?
Yeah, I got sick there. We were staying at the Olympic Village. And we couldn't get that migraine to go away.
Wait, so your parents were there with the swim team and you, and then you were with the rest of the team or whatever? You went with the team, or you went with just your
parents? No, I went with my parents. Okay. My parents and my brother and myself. Yeah. We went.
Wait, so you couldn't get the migraine to leave? How many days did it last?
It lasted about 3 days. It was intense.
Did your mom take you to the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was dehydrated.
What did they say?
They just, I mean, I think they
turn you loose?
Yeah. Well, no, because Europe, like they believe in like pain control, so they just pump you up full of drugs. Again, got a bolus of IV fluid first, and then gave you whatever they gave you. I don't know, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Fell asleep and I woke up and I was fine. I was like, okay.
Oh, you did wake up and they did fix it.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, you're probably just dehydrated, but like, I mean, it sucks to have a headache for 3 days. That's terrible.
Yeah, so it was the same feelings all over again. However, this time if on the far corner of in the back. Okay, so the camp is like right here. So in the far corner of the camp, there was a convent.
What?
Yes, a convent.
The far corner of Dhaka, there's a convent?
Yes, there's a convent on Dhaka. I have.
Who is that convent for? Are you serious? Hang on just a second.
Oh my gosh. I looked it up and I can't remember what it's called, but I thought I was going crazy. I said, there's no way.
Why is there anything religious there?
I
believe it though. I believe it.
But there's a convent.
There's a convent that's modern, or it was there at the time?
I don't know. See, that's what I can't go back to my 6-year-old brain and try and remember a convent. I just remember going, what the hell is that? There's a fucking convent?
1964.
There was a convent out on there at the time? Okay.
They built it in 64.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, my 6-year-old little brain didn't remember a convent.
They built it in 64. All right.
Okay.
Place of offering and prayer, and so to establish a living symbol of hope. 1964. Publicly accessible through the aperture in the former guard tower. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's No, it's there. I was just like, I've never heard of that. Yeah, I never heard
same
of that.
same. No, same. Right, so. No, good. No. If if something sounds out of the ordinary, please, because I'm trying to trust my own memory here, and I was like, well, maybe there wasn't a comment, but nope. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There's a convent. Who that? Okay, I'm not. You know what? Okay, and that's when I was like, wow, the truth is stranger than fiction. Okay.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, same feelings, same. So, I mean, that was, again, I will say, if the devil, lives in a place, it's there.
Yeah. Well, the devil lives in a place, he lives in the convent?
Maybe. I no, I'm just saying, like, I don't know why there's a convent. I mean, I don't.
They built it as a symbol of hope, and they
okay.
Yeah.
So, but
Nazis. That's not the Nazis' convent.
But that's like my 17-year-old brain was just kind of like, or my 16-year-old brain was just kind of like, what? Why don't I remember that?
I don't put anything past. I
was like, why don't I remember that?
Surprises me anymore. I don't know. I find out where I read
stuff. Yeah.
No, but they built that. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So wait, so you saw the convent, and you're like, that's a place of evil. I think that I think you're probably just feeling that from the entire. I mean, it's documented.
I think I just feel that way about the entire.
Site, I think that whole site. Affects you, and
it does. It's really immensely.
As it should. As it should affect everyone.
Yeah. Just and I have so much empathy. When I see such tragedy like that it really does affect me deeply. And so I had to, I've really had to learn to wrangle my feelings and not just, vomit feelings. I really had to learn how to center myself and just push all that down. Cause so, but that was me.
I think that's really fascinating. You went back there though. That's wow.
Yeah. I wanted to see it with my.
Did your parents get a headache again?
My mom got a migraine, yes. Yeah. But not as bad as I did. Same. It was, nothing had changed. I mean, and again, time stopped. That's what it feels like when you go in. Like, time stops. Like there's no hope. Like all the hope is just sucked out of you. Like. No, I was just about to say, no, I'm not going to.
That place is a lot.
Yeah, it just sucks the hope, everything out of you. So, like, you're never going to be happy again. And so I wanted to see if that was actually real but no, it's a really real thing. So I have a lot of respect. And so.
Absolutely.
So, where do you want to segue onto here? I can go back to the States.
Let's go back to the States. So now you're done with the swim team. You're done with that with that bout in Germany, and back to the States.
Back to the ocean.
So now we're in California again.
Now I am in Georgia.
They did put you in Georgia.
We are in Georgia.
Now we're coming home.
We're coming home.
I'm gonna wave my American flag here. Coming home. Yep.
We're home.
I have a little American flag on my desk.
Yeah. Okay.
I have lots of toys on my desk. It's fine.
Awesome. Yep. We're home. Yes. All right. So, again, there's a lull. Except for the precognition. Precognition kind of amps itself up.
Well, you've turned it off, or you're not gonna face it, or you're not going to address it. You're going to just let it affect you, but you've got other things to do. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, when I went to dock out, that just kind of, again, my eye went, oh, it just kind of flew wide open again.
Oh, it did when you went back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is when I was telling you about when I started driving, my precognition there's a cop up ahead. Sure as hell, cop.
Okay.
There's a cop up ahead.
Yeah.
Cop.
Yeah.
And like one time I didn't listen, speeding ticket.
Okay. Now you're an adult now though. You're in your 20s now.
Yeah, well, I'm
19.
Yeah, I'm 17, 17.
Yeah.
No, I'm 18. I'm 18.
Okay.
And then we move to I don't, gosh, I really would love to say we moved to Midway, Georgia.
I think I've driven through it. I don't know. There's you could have
so this Fort Stewart and
you could have a desk calendar with a town in Georgia on it. And
okay, so that there's like go to Savannah. Okay, so Savannah, yeah. And then there's Fort Stewart, and then in between, like I think they call it Midway because it's in between Brunswick and Savannah. It's on Highway 17.
Yeah, I think I've been there. Yeah, or
driven
through it.
17 and 84.
Okay.
Okay, so this place that has it has a lot of history. Now we're talking about wars have been fought there and everything like that. And where my parents decided to move, they drained a swamp.
Oh God! And put land over it?
Yep.
Sounds like Georgia.
Yep. And they had to stop development several times because they found several Civil War memorabilia and stuff like that. They found bullets and stuff, bones.
Find whole cemeteries of people that weren't marked.
They found bones. They sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then right outside, like maybe a half a mile down from this place was a Confederate
memorial or
graveyard
or graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard that was just creepy as hell. That whole little town is just weird. It's just creepy as hell.
Yeah, all the South's dotted with those. I mean, especially Confederacy. Yeah, no, for sure.
So when we moved into this property, there was nobody else there.
Oh no! Y'all moved there? Oh no! Okay,
nobody else there.
First of all, listeners, if you didn't know, swamps have a lot of energy. Bridgewater Triangle is a swamp. Just to let you know, there's a swamped area of Bridgewater Triangle. I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying, swamps have a lot of energy. There's a lot of talk about swamps. Swamps are ancient grounds most of the time. They've been there for a long time to become a swamp. I'm just letting you know.
Listen to Rob.
Just letting you know.
Listen to Rob.
We have a lot of Native American history and heritage and Civil War history and heritage and slave history and heritage, African American slaves history and heritage in the state. And if you drain a swamp, I mean, yep. All right, go ahead with your story. I'm here. I just want our listeners to understand the type of land that you're dealing with, especially if you just drain a swamp. Like
they drain a swamp and then they put the culverts in, so and then they just
put houses. At Lake Lanier, they flooded a town. They just flooded a whole town. Put Lake Lanier on top of that.
I've got stories about that too.
Haunted place as well. Yes. All right. Go
ahead. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So where we live, so in the middle of the night, we would hear drumming and chanting
This is what you get when you drain a swamp, folks. I'm just, yeah. Yikes. Wait, now
Our
you're out in the
dog.
woods. Your house is out in the woods.
Yes, it is.
Even though they paved these roads and put stuff over it, it's still in the middle of nowhere.
We didn't have paved roads yet. We didn't even have a street light.
All right. The army moved you guys there?
No, my parents bought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they bought.
Fun.
They bought.
Did they make you live in the basement again?
I did not live in the basement. I got my own little place. So
unlike when they had 3 bedrooms upstairs, but they wouldn't let you live up there.
I know. What
the heck?
Out of the basement. Yeah, so we, my dad, now this is weird for my dad. My dad came in after he would take we had a privacy fence. And then we had a Labrador retriever, and he would not go past this certain like threshold in the yard.
Oh my.
So then all of a sudden my dad comes running in. My dog.
What kind of drums did you hear? Did you hear Civil War drums or Native American drums?
It was just drumming and chanting.
Okay. All right.
So I would say that would be what, maybe Native American?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Okay.
Because, if you have a Civil War infantry, you would have like a single drum. Or
yeah, no. This was no. This is
per a regiment, and then they would have a drummer, and they would march, and then
Yeah. No. This wasn't like that. But this doesn't happen every night. But the sounds, what you got to understand, is that we're the only house in the middle of a swamp, and the sounds, jeez,
paved over swamp.
The sounds were horrific.
By the way, Disney World's a paved over swamp, by the way, guys. Just want to.
Yeah, so just, yeah.
I'm surprised Disney World isn't more haunted, but whatever. It's cool.
I'm sure it is.
Well, where are the stories on that? Listeners, give me some haunted Disney World stories. And it doesn't need to be haunted mansion Disney World stories, because that's stupid. Like, I need, it's built on the middle of a swamp. Like, it's just a high concentrated area of ancient land. Yeah. Anyway. But now when you get into Florida, you have Spanish history.
Yeah.
I think there's some French history.
Yep. Yep. We get all that.
The Civil War on top of the African American slave history, that you have all that just comes into play and just stacks on top of each other. Like in St. Augustine, like that place is a hotbed. Like holy.
Oh. That's I'm going there next.
Okay.
That's my next adventure.
Okay. Did you move there?
No.
Okay.
I'm still in Georgia.
The South. Yeah,
I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm a glutton for punishment. I mean, obviously,
I love
given my past.
I love Georgia. I love the South.
No, I like it too.
I love living here. It's a very nice place to live in, and lovely people. Been here all my life. I've been different places, but I love living in Georgia.
No, me too. Me too. My father says he swears he hears something screaming in the back, and it sounds like a banshee. And I'm like, bullshit.
No, but he doesn't. Right? He doesn't believe in ghosts. If he says he saw or heard something, I would believe him immediately.
But it was my turn. You have to understand, I'm petty. It was my turn. I was like, no, you didn't.
To be like, no, you didn't. Yeah. I didn't. I missed that part. I'm sorry. I completely missed that part.
Yeah. So to be petty, so I'm like, no, you didn't.
Good for you.
You're lying.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, I don't believe you.
That's what you get.
Yeah. No, yo, you don't understand. It scared Champ. So.
Oh, it scared the dog. He won't go past the line in the yard.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, I go outside, and I actually hear the same thing.
Oh my God.
So I'm like,
crazy owl or something. I don't know. What did you hear?
I think it was a fox.
But still, the coyotes sound like people too. Like I heard coyotes.
They scream.
Like yeah.
And I think it might have been a fox. I mean, so like I said,
I am not familiar with foxes and their screaming. I think that would scare the hell out of me.
If you look at the episode Expedition X with Josh Gates, where he's got the skeptic and the believer,
Josh
they actually
Gates. Love Josh. That's my homeboy.
Josh. Yes.
I love that guy.
I love him.
Yes.
And so they go to Lake Lanier, and that episode kind of made me go, wow, okay.
I didn't know Josh went to Lake Lanier. I haven't seen that yet. That's awesome. I'll check that out.
And so he sent the scientist and a believer, and people say, oh, we hear women screaming, right? But there's also foxes. And so I was like, okay. So I stopped the episode and I'm just like, what sound does a fox make? And so there's several videos of a fox screaming, and I'm like, okay, that's debunkable, because it's the scariest sound. It sounds like a woman screaming. And I'm like, well, why do we have that stupid song? What does a fox say? Just look it up. Look it up. What does the fox say? It sounds like a woman screaming. Stop it already.
I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, so
good to know. But I'm still, if I hear that,
it's unnerving.
Terrified.
Hell yeah.
I'll still be terrified.
Yeah, so am I.
I'll just be like, what?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, fox or not, I'm running. I mean, I am running.
What indeed does the fox say? I never knew that song had so much basis in reality. But I guess it does, because apparently foxes and coyotes scream. I don't know. Who's drumming in the woods? What is happening? Oh my gosh, what a crazy episode. And then she said she could hear it too. So, golly, that's so creepy and weird. Oh my gosh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed these episodes, these April Schwartz episodes. We have a final April Schwartz episode coming up, so stay with us for the conclusion of April Schwartz coming up soon. Tune in, listeners. Come back and see us for part 3. Paranormal Record. I'm Rob Constantine. Take care. Good night.